I am Sherri Rodden. I am a mother, I am a sister, I'm an aunt, I'm a teacher, I'm a military veteran. Until I was 12 years old, my parents were married. We went to church, some with my aunt, but with my parents, we didn't go to church a whole lot. We didn't have a lot of hand-me-downs. Times when one meal a day was what you got. So I left from home when I was 18 and went into the Air Force. I had never been really away from home, and I think when I got away from home, I just kind of lost my mind a little bit. We were 19, 20 years old, from a lot of small towns, had never been, and we were in Vegas. And then one day I was like, what are you doing? Like, you know better than this. You're better than this. And I went to church, some on base, some in some of the communities that I was stationed in, but nothing concrete until several years later when I was stationed in Nebraska. And then I ended up retiring, coming back to Florida, and I did go to church for a while, but there was just something missing, and I didn't know what that was, so I kind of stopped going. My mom passed away unexpectedly a couple years later, divorced like unexpectedly. Those were probably two of the lowest points I've had in my life. I had a 14-year-old that I had to make sure that I had no choice. Even on the days that I wanted to quit, I couldn't, because she was right there watching and seeing everything I did. She would tell me, Mom, for like 6 months, you would come home from work and just cook dinner, lay on the couch, and then that was it. I didn't get myself out of that. God got me out of that. Like, God's timing is right on time, even when we don't think it is. So he was always there. I was the person that was turning away or running away, or I can do that next time. And then you start seeing life and you don't always have time to do those things. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna jump in both feet, because I have a purpose and I have somewhere to go, and this isn't it. I live like less than a mile from Knightsville High School. So on Sunday mornings when I was going into Fort Walton Beach to shop or do whatever, I would see the Manna flags and I would kind of be like, nope, just drove by. And then one day I just went over, stopped, and here I am 2 years later still going. I had been coming to Manna 8 months, but I'd never been water baptized. And I felt like that was the time for me to lay it all at the altar, put it all down, and just take that next step with Manna, with God. There's no limit to what you can do if you want to be a part, like a true part of Manna. You have an opportunity to serve from day one. Two, if you want to be on welcome team, in children's church, if you want to serve or be a part of Manna in whatever capacity you want to be a part of Manna. I was there for maybe a month. Next thing I know, I'm on Feed the Masses, and then I'm on the welcome team, and then I'm on outreach. Where you are is not where you're going to be, or where you have to be. And you don't have to be somebody to be somebody at Manna. Between Growth Track and Welcome Team, the relationships that I have been able to make with people, they're really unbelievable. I went through Growth Track with probably about 8 people, and 6 of them I still see. I still talk to, I still text. I can't describe it. I cannot find a word to describe it, but I cannot imagine my life now, 2 years later, without those relationships. Sorry. Yeah. The biggest difference between actively not having God in my life and actively having God in my life is I don't have to take on the anxiety. I don't have to replay the what ifs in my head. God has taken that fear of getting too close to people or letting people know too much. As cliche as it may sound, like leaning on faith, you got it. It's gonna work out however not how Sherri wants it to work out. It's gonna work out however he has planned for me, for the betterment of me. If I could go back to 2016 when my mom passed away, and then 2018 when I got a divorce, I would tell myself, it's going to be hard, it's going to be rough, but girl, wait until you get to 2024. And God's not finished. There's a reason why I wake up every day, because he's not finished.